Hello and welcome to another Magic 2015 gameplay. Today we're looking at a pretty interesting deck. It's a Grixis Defenders deck, which is a black, blue and red Defenders deck. And because we're playing all Defenders as creatures, we need a win condition, and we have two of them. Doorkeeper can win by milling the opponent, and we also have Vent Sentinel, which will kill the opponent pretty quickly once you have a bunch of Defenders out. So our deck is basically all Defenders and removal spells. Let's start with Doorkeeper over here. It's our only 2-drop Defender. 4 toughness is important because it can survive Anger of the Gods, and as I said, is also a win condition. Voyage's End can gain us some time. The Scry is nice, and the fact that it's an instant is also good in this deck because we can keep those activations of our Defenders up at the same time as keeping mana up for instants. Negate can stop some of the more broken cards in the format, like Beastmaster's Ascension, Planar Cleansing, Anger of the Gods, and is important to have at least one of them in the deck, I think. Guard Gomazoa is one of our best defenders because he can keep blocking forever, prevents all combat damage, so he can even block creatures that would normally kill him, and also manages to kill 1 toughness creatures. Inspiration is our only card advantage card, also an instant, so glad to have at least 2 of them. Corpse Blockade is another good defender with 4 toughness out of black. The activated ability can come up, but since we don't really have any tokens to sacrifice, you usually don't want to do this. Assassinate is our only unconditional removal spell, so I'm glad to have at least 1. Ogre Jailbreaker, a 4/4 for 4. Defender, but usually isn't a defender in the sense that he can attack, because we have a bunch of gates in the deck, but still counts as a defender even if you have a gate. Shock is an early interactive card, can kill some flyers that most of our defenders can't block, and can occasionally finish off an opponent. Anger of the Gods is the real all-star of the deck, because he can kill most of the opponent's creatures, while most of our creatures have 4 toughness, so that's a nice one-sided sweeper. Vent Sentinel, discussed already, is our real win condition. Then Traveler's Amulet is just some mana fixing. Gargoyle can block flyers and can also attack with his ability. And then Augur Spree, another good removal spell. And it's important to kill creatures that have 4 or more power, because those can plow through our defenders. Let's take a look at the lands real quick. 6 islands, 5 swamps, 5 mountains, 3 Izzet Guildgate, 3 Rakdos Guildgate, and 2 Dimir Guildgates. The mana base could be a little off, but it's been working out for me. Alright, we're on the play. We are missing a couple of lands. We don't have double red anywhere close for Anger of the Gods, so I think this is a mulligan. Sure. We have Amulet for fixing, and I think we start with a Guildgate so we can play and activate the Amulet on turn 2 to get a mountain. Alright, so playing against red. Hopefully it's not a hyper aggro deck. We can handle some aggression because after all, we have a lot of defenders, but I would rather not face some sort of goblin deck. Alright, so I think we still go amulets and then activate it to search up a mountain. Gives us more freedom next turn. Guess we could technically not use it quite yet. Representing a Vapor Snag. Let's get a mountain. Alright, so could go for a Corpse Blockade here. Seems good. Next turn we can go Guildgate into another blockade or Augur Spree, and then on turn 5 we can play Vent Sentinel. Red shouldn't be able to kill our defenders. Instead, Double Shock is gonna be able to do it. Alright, Double Shock. Interesting. I'm okay with that. Still a 2-for-1 in our favor. Is this gonna be Rebel Master? Firecat. Well, Gumazoa is gonna make it an easy decision. Can profitably block the Firecat, and Shock is not able to kill it. So hopefully our Gumazoa will stay around. There's not too many spells I can think of that could kill it, unless our opponent plays a second color. Well, that's gonna do 3 damage, so Mono Red getting there. So we might have to adjust our plan here. Think we just Augur Spree the cats and call it a day. I don't really want to offer the trade with Corpse Blockade or any other creatures, so might as well Augur Spree it. Think we can wait though and keep it up. There shouldn't be any effects in red that also increase toughness in some way or protect the Firecat. And maybe there's a better target. Well, Hall of Triumph. Good, but if you don't have any creatures, it's not great. Yep, and there goes the Firecat. Opponent has 3 cards left. And we still only can play 1 card a turn, and I think it's gonna be our friend Ogre Jailbreaker. He's gonna break the ice for us. Could also eat another removal spell, but at least we still have our Vent Sentinel. If we draw a land, we can go Doorkeeper plus a Corpse Blockade. Another Firecat is going to require an answer. I don't really want to offer the trade. And unless our opponent has like a Inferno Titan in hand, I think it's okay using our removal. So let's see. Let's play Swamp and see if this resolves. It does. Then we can attack and play Doorkeeper. Anger of the Gods is not gonna kill any of our creatures, luckily. So at least we're safe from that. So let's just hope our opponent doesn't play a big 6-drop now. Alright, some tokens. Good synergy with the Hall of Triumph. Now the question is, do we still attack with our Ogre? And I think we don't. Yeah, I think we just play the Sentinel and play defense. Don't really want to trade our Ogre for 2 tokens. And this way our opponent shouldn't be able to attack. Of course, if he has another shock, he could just trade it with our Ogre Gutter Snipe. Synergizes well with his burn spells. So we can activate our Vent Sentinel this turn and also play Corpse Blockade. Should be good enough. Don't think we need inspiration right now. I feel inspired enough. Still not gonna attack with the Jailbreaker. Yeah, and we just have to hope our Vent Sentinel survives, because he's kind of our only win condition at this point. Alright, that's fine. So our opponent does have a pretty large Goblin theme going on, which means Rabble Master could be an issue. But our defenders are holding off the Goblins for now. And let's make sure to activate Vent Sentinel and do 4 damage. So this is a 3-turn clock now. Yeah, I think we do play Inspiration here. Let's keep up double red in case we draw Anger of the Gods. Yeah, this should do it. And that's double island, so we didn't quite hit the mark, but as long as our opponent doesn't play something scary, we should be fine here. Anger of the Gods would totally destroy our opponent's board. Ogre Battle Driver, not bad. It's gonna make all his creatures into hasty threats. Here's the Battle Driver if you haven't seen him. And let's make sure to use Vent Sentinel again. So we're basically 1 turn away from a victory. And that's another land, that's unfortunate. Still no attacks. Our opponent is probably gonna go for a suicide attack if he doesn't draw something spicy. This could be Inferno Titan or a Dragon of Swords. Alright, instead it's gonna be Warstorm Surge, which is good, but it's not gonna help him a lot here. He needs creatures to enter a battlefield. And no good attacks means we can activate Vent Sentinel, do 4 to our opponents, and on our turn do 4 more for a victory. Let's see what we draw. Not bad, but yeah, let's just finish it. Alright, and that's the power of Vent Sentinel. I hope you enjoyed this deck. It might not be the most competitive, but it's a lot of fun when it works. So I want to thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a nice day.